I replaced a legendary professor. I think he was involved in terrible things. I was beyond excited when I got the offer. A tenure-track position at one of the most prestigious universities in the country? That kind of opportunity doesn't just happen, especially not to someone like me. The previous professor, Dr. Alden Graves, had been a legend, a pioneer in anthropology, revered by students and faculty alike. No one really talked about why he left. Some said retirement. Others muttered about health issues. Either way, his absence left a void, and I was supposed to fill it. From the moment I stepped into my new office, I knew something was off. Graves had left behind almost everything. Bookshelves lined with obscure texts, journals filled with nearly indecipherable handwriting, and strangely, a locked drawer in his desk. I figured it was just old paperwork and didn't give it much thought. Not at first. Then the students started acting weird. It began subtly. A group of them would sit in the front row, never taking notes, just staring at me. They whispered among themselves in a language I didn't recognize. When I asked them about it, they simply smiled and said, "Dr. Graves taught us well." One night, while prepping for a lecture, I found a note slipped under my door. It was written in red ink. At least I hoped it was ink. 3 words, "Don't unlock it." I knew immediately what it meant. The locked drawer. I wish I had listened. The next evening, curiosity got the best of me. I pried the drawer open with a screwdriver and found a leather-bound book inside. Its pages were brittle and covered in handwritten symbols that looked eerily similar to the markings I'd seen in Graves' notes. The more I flipped through it, the more nauseous I felt. The words, if they were even words, seemed to shift and squirm on the page, as if they didn't want to be read. Then I heard it. A whisper, soft, rasping, coming from inside my office. I turned, but no one was there. The whispering grew louder, overlapping voices, speaking in that same indecipherable language. My vision blurred, my head pounded, and I felt something, someone, standing right behind me. I don't remember how I got home that night. The next morning, I arrived at my office to find the book gone. In its place was another note. "You shouldn't have done that." That was 2 weeks ago. Since then, things have gotten worse. My students follow me, appearing in places they shouldn't be, outside my apartment, in the grocery store, standing motionless beneath my office window. A faculty member pulled me aside yesterday and muttered, "It's too late now. You're one of us." Then he walked away before I could ask what he meant. I've started dreaming of a place made of stone, where hooded figures stand in a circle, chanting. In the center is Dr. Graves. He looks at me and smiles, but his eyes, God, his eyes are hollow, black voids. Last night, I woke up with dirt under my fingernails. I don't remember going outside. I think I've made a mistake. I think I've taken a job I can't leave. And I think Dr. Graves didn't retire. I think they took him. And soon, they'll take me too.